You are who you surround yourself with. My name is Blaze Assign, and I help young men break bad habits, build confidence, and develop self-esteem. Today, I want to discuss why you are who you surround yourself with and how that played such an important factor in my life a couple years ago. And you have heard this before, I'm sure, from someone you know, you are who you surround yourself with, or something like that. But it was so real for me. And I want to discuss a vision I have moving forward into the future about how I can surround myself with the right people and how maybe you can implement this where you're from, right? A vision is coming together very clearly in my mind, and I'll discuss that in a few minutes later in this video. But first, I want to talk about how a couple years ago, I was doing all the wrong things. Vaping, smoking, drinking, engaged in all these bad habits around the wrong people. And the reason why I didn't leave that group sooner is because I was afraid of being alone. And let me tell you, when you're friends with people for a long time and you finally realize that you can't be doing what they're doing anymore, you are gonna have to branch out on your own, find new friends. It's lonely. I'm just here to tell you that straight up. I went into solitude for a long time. I was very lonely, okay? Because I knew that the people around me were dragging me down, draining me of energy, and pulling me in the wrong direction. So I had to make a decision one day after enough frustration about not being where I want to be in life. And after I got so frustrated, I decided, you know what, I need to cut ties. This is it. So I decided to move forward in my life and to never look back. And that was the best decision I ever made. If you're in that position right now, let me tell you, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard ahead of time to cut out your friends, and you're going to be lonely. Your fears are true. You're going to be lonely. But if you already have some people around you, if you're lucky enough to have some people around you that you're friendly with, maybe you're not super close friends with them, maybe you have some backup people to start hanging out with and start surrounding yourself with. Some people who are on the right path. I wasn't so lucky. For me, I surrounded myself with limited amount of people and didn't create many relationships outside of that. And all the relationships that I had built were with people who were not going down the right path. So I didn't have any backups to go and start hanging out with. I didn't have people who I'd built relationships with. Hopefully you do. Then you won't have to go through as much of a lonely time as I did. Going into solitude, working on myself alone for a long time. A long, long time. I still am a little bit to this day. I'm not lonely like I used to be. I have people who love me and who I love. I've always had that. But now, I have people around me, but I still like to be in solitude. I learned to like being alone over time. So that's what I would say about you are who you surround yourself with. It's so true. And if you're struggling to get out of that because you're afraid of being lonely, you're going to be. I'm sorry, I got to tell you up front, that's the reality. And you need to, build those relationships with your family members, start getting close with them, because you really aren't alone. If most of you have parents and siblings, you're not really alone. You can build those relationships up if you haven't been focusing on them enough in your life, and then work on developing new ones. So now I want to discuss a vision I have moving forward, something that I want to create and that will have massive impact on, a countrywide, hopefully global scale. So right now I'm based in Boston, Massachusetts, and I had this idea. I don't like anything affiliated with the university, right? Because the university is not going to let me talk the way that I want to talk. I don't really follow the social narratives of the school. I don't think that they're going to like the way that I talk and my idea for a kind of group that I want to form. What I want to do is I want to pull together the most savage kids in this city, the kids who are relentless, are on a constant pursuit of improving themselves all the time, and who are entrepreneurial minded, who want to build great things in their life, who are unemployable. They can't be employed. They need to be doing something on their own, make something big happen in their lives. I want to pull together all of those kids because I know that there's a select few out there, especially in this city. A lot of people my age. I'm 20. There's a ton of 20-year-olds, 21-year-olds, college-age students in this town who are savages. I know that. So I'm going to have to pull together a group of kids is the plan. Pull together a group of kids and create a little bit of a mastermind group. We do hard shit together. We go on runs. We talk business. We talk about what we want to do, and we help each other out. We have diversified skill sets so that we can help each other out and guide each other in the right direction. That is something I want to create. I want to foster that. And I want it to be a group of young men. I'm sorry to all the ladies watching this, but it's going to be young men because I believe it's my duty. I feel called upon to address the decline in masculinity in Western society and in the United States. So there's going to be a few more criteria that the people of this group are going to have to fit. They're going to have to, be willing to put themselves out there and to be willing to face criticism from the people around them. I couldn't think of the word. Criticism from the people around them, to not be liked by everyone, right? There is, in this city, a lot of people who are of one mindset, of one ideology, and almost all of them are anti-masculine, okay? Look, I know that I'm going to be controversial. I know that I'm going to cause a little bit of a storm in this city by what I'm trying to do, by creating a movement of young men who care about masculinity, who care about the future of this country and this world, and how important it is that men don't become feminized by society the way that we have. There's a few people in this country, in the world, fighting the good fight right now who are on my side with this. But we need more of it, and we need it from young men especially. So I'm going to be the one who's willing to lead that fight for my generation. I think it's crucial. I think it is my obligation to do so. I have no, animosity toward anyone who disagrees with me either. It tends to be the people who call themselves the most tolerant who are the most intolerant. I can talk to anyone, right? I don't have to agree with you, but I can talk to you kindly. A lot of people can't do that with me, with my mindset and what my thoughts are on the world. Isn't that funny? So, look, I'm going to start this here. I'm going to start this in Boston, blow it up. My plan is to make this huge. It's going to be under the umbrella of the Discipline Institute. I want that to be a solidified name in society. I want that to be known. I want that to be everywhere. I want that logo posted everywhere in this city, in this country, flat out. And I want to create events. I want to create events where young men come together and we're on that pursuit to grow and to become savages, to not accept what society tells us, their limiting beliefs, but to go for it in life, to push our limits, and to make big things happen. So that's my plan, and I'm not going to stop until I hit it. And I know that there's plenty of young men who are going to be willing to join me on that fight. I just got to find them. I got to find the young men who are not afraid, who are willing to put themselves out there, who are not scared by what others think about them or what their authorities think about them. No, it's a true passion for this movement that will bring young men together. So look, if you're watching this and you're passionate about the things that I talked about, welcome. I want to bring you in and I want to hear from you. If this doesn't sound like you and you just abide by what people tell you, if you're a young man and you're scared of the backlash that you're going to get and you don't want to ruffle any feathers, this isn't for you. What I say is not for you, because I tell the brutal facts about life. I don't sugarcoat anything. If you're the second person that I just described, you are not going to make it in life, because you are going to be constantly a slave to other people's opinions, other people's beliefs, and you will never, ever fulfill your ultimate goals in life. So I want to thank you for watching today's video. I know this was an intense one, but it's been on my mind, and I want to create this movement. And slowly but surely, things have been coming together, piecing together exactly how I'm going to make this happen. And it starts here. It starts in this city. This is going to expand everywhere. And eventually, there's going to be chapters everywhere in the country. Discipline Institute, LA chapter, Discipline Institute, Dallas chapter, every single city in the country. And then we make this global. We bring this to Europe. We bring this to the Middle East. We bring this to Asia. We bring this everywhere. That's the plan. So thank you for watching today's video. If you want to learn more about me, what I do, what I'm all about, you can click the links in my description to my social media platforms and to my website, the Discipline Institute, my coaching and business, where I'm trying to help young men break bad habits, build confidence, and defeat anxiety once and for all, to become the best versions of themselves and to dominate in life. I will see you guys in the next one. I want to thank you again. Bye.